Hello, everyone. Today's podcast is brought to you by Jacob's mother and Audible. Hey, Audible's offering our listeners a free audiobook with a 30-day trial membership. Just go to audibletrial.com/PBT. And guess what? You can browse the unmatched selection of audio programs. Download a title of your choosing. It's super easy. Go to audibletrial.com/PBT. Hey everyone, welcome to Peanut Butter and Triggered. I'm Scott, joined by my main man,
Jason, what's up?
And our special guest,
Jacob.
It's so great you all are here. Thank you for being here. We have this is going to be a little bit of a show where we're just talking a little bit of Star Wars, a little bit of PlayStation 5 rumors, and you know what? A little bit of PDW.
A whole lot of Bachelor.
And a whole lot of Bachelor, apparently. So everyone, thank you for being here. Hey, let's just start with Jacob today. What are you playing, doing, and watching, my guy?
Playing Apex motherfucking Legends, because it's the best. I've actually been moving a lot because I actually just got my house finally. And literally have been moving for like the last week. Super fucking fun. But finally got the PC set up. It's fucking awesome. Internet was a bitch. But
how long you been in there?
22nd or 23rd is when we first slept here. So
nice.
Actually no, yesterday. Yesterday was the first night we stayed. So
you haven't even invited us over?
No, you're not my real friends outside of this podcast.
I thought we were friends.
Nope.
When did that change?
It's always been the same.
Oh, okay.
I don't like any of you.
Okay.
No, I'm just kidding. Whenever. LAN party. And play
Nerd.
stupid Mortal Kombat. And that's pretty much it.
Okay, cool. Hey, Jay, what are you planning doing and or watching?
I just got caught up on The Outsider. That show is a roller coaster of me being interested. It's getting interesting again. They finally showed the antagonist. I was about to give it away. They finally showed the antagonist. So I think we got like maybe 2 episodes left, and then that's it. It's kaput. It's done. So far, I'd still give it like a B-. I'm watching, of course, Curb Your Enthusiasm. Still really, really good.
Of course.
I'm watching McMillions. That is one show that so far is at a constant high. They leave you on the edge of your seat after every episode. Ends on a cliffhanger. So I highly recommend it. If you haven't watched it, it's McMillions. It's about the McDonald's Monopoly scam that happened, I think, was maybe early thousands. And just the organized crime that was behind it. I think there are 4 episodes in right now. It's every Monday on HBO. Excellent. The other thing I'm watching right now would be Love Island, Australia. And I have 5 more episodes of that until I'm wrapped up with that. And don't you scoff at it, because it's a hilarious show.
Just fucking amazing.
Yeah. Wait.
It's beautiful.
Jakob, how far are you?
I'm not like, I told you, I'm not like you. So Kylie watches it a lot. And I just kind of peek in every once in a while. Yeah, dude, she's been on that freaking drama binge. She's been doing Bachelor, Love Island, and one of Jay's favorite, England. What is it? The English one. I don't remember what it's. No, there's an English. It's basically the British version of Bachelor. But apparently they're really ugly, so she doesn't watch it.
Oh, wait. What the hell are you talking about? I didn't know there was a British version of The Bachelor. I was watching British version of Love Island.
Yeah, British version of Love Island.
Fuck you. They're not all ugly.
The same shit.
No, they're not. I would argue
Pretty
that
much.
the Australians are uglier than the British.
Yeah, I haven't seen the British, so I can't really like make
You
like
can't
my
talk
own
shit.
opinion. But what Kylie told me is they're ugly.
Well, she doesn't know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you know
Clearly.
what? I think she's right, though. So, Katie and I were talking about this the other day. She says that the women are better looking in the UK version, and the dudes are all ugly. And then in the Australian version, it's the opposite.
No, dude, the dudes. Well, yeah, no, I was gonna say the dudes are hot, but yeah, I guess that's right. Yeah, the dudes are super hot.
What does this even show? What are you talking about?
Okay, so do you remember way back there was a show called like Temptation Island, where they would put a bunch of couples in like a villa, and then they would tempt them with other really beautiful people. Anyways, this is similar to that, except they put a bunch of singles in, see who couples up. They encourage them to recouple. They throw new people in every now and then and see who stays on the island. And then the public votes on who gets to leave sometimes. It's spectacular. Lots of backstabbing, lots of like weird alliances, lots of people asking if they're there for the right reasons, which I think is hilarious. And then, I don't know, it's usually a bunch of good-looking people that are like behaving scandalously. So I'm watching that. 5 episodes left. And you know what's super weird is Katie and I were talking about how we were kind of OGs with this whole Love Island thing, and we were kind of like talking about how crazy the presenter was for the UK version. No joke. 2 days later, found out she committed suicide.
What?
Oh, wow.
Yes, dude, it was so weird. So she beat the shit. Well, she says that she didn't beat the shit out of her 27-year-old boyfriend, but she went to jail and stuff. And then next thing you know, like she's fired from Love Island. She committed suicide, and that's that. So R.I.P. I mean, nobody wants to see that, but that was crazy. Wow. And it was in the middle of filming one of the seasons of Love Island, apparently.
Is when she killed herself?
Yeah.
She wasn't on it anymore, was she?
I don't know. I don't know all the details. I'm not caught up yet. So when I get there, I'll tell you.
It's a crazy way to go out.
Yeah, for real. And then I saw 1 episode of The Bachelor. I'm probably never gonna watch that again, and Jacob and I will get into why. And then I am still like loving 600-Pound Life.
Of course.
And I didn't do a lot of research, but I don't think Hot and Heavy's coming back. They had 3 episodes of Hot and Heavy. Did I tell you what Hot and Heavy was about?
No.
Yeah, the one where there's like a fat wife and a skinny husband.
Kind of. Yeah, mixed weight couples. Apparently that's a thing. Apparently it's problematic too, because these skinny dudes are fetishizing these obese women. And that's a problem for people that of like the healthy at every size movement, where people justify their diets and body types, which is whatever. I mean, if it makes them feel uncomfortable, then it makes them feel uncomfortable. I was just curious, and I wanted to watch it because I think that's a very strange lifestyle. Not being fat, but the guys that only seek women of a certain size and they fetishize it. I call them feeders, apparently. So I'm really bummed out that there was literally 3 episodes and it was like right when it was getting good, and there are no more. So there's that. But I mean, the other thing too would be, I think I'm not really playing any new games, but I just found out that there's a bunch of like replayability in Pokemon Sword. Since I beat since I beat that, I just go in and fuck people up in the battle tower. So.
Is there PvP?
There is PvP. You can actually go into ranked matches and stuff.
Cool.
Yeah.
When you say replayability, do you mean like it's because it's like you're playing any other regular old Pokemon game?
Yeah, but you know how like once you were done with any of the trainer battles, you were just done. You just wandered around aimlessly.
Yeah.
Yeah. This time you can actually go back and still beat beat up on trainers, and like they have these league cards that you have to collect, and there's even more rare version of those that you can collect too. But you have to like actually train the shit out of your Pokemon. And a lot of mine are fucking hella trained, but I spent a lot of time doing that. Scotty, what about you?
Hey, I've been playing Pokemon Go. You see that this week is they have Mewtwo in like 6-star raids. Yeah, it's armored Mewtwo, dude.
You still haven't even accepted my gift, you son of a bitch.
I feel bad accepting gifts and not being able to send them because I'm just completely out of gifts.
Well, the more and more you just accept a gift, then our friendship level will go up.
Okay, I'll make sure to accept it.
Yeah.
But this week I'm definitely going to get one of those 6-star Mewtwo's, 100%.
How do you do that? Where are they?
They just started being in raids today. They're super dope. They're armored Mewtwo's. Apparently, it's an event that is supposedly to commemorate a launch of a Mewtwo show launching on Netflix, I guess.
I want to see what this looks like.
Yeah, you can look him up. Let me see if I can find him. I found him. I have a picture.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's cool looking.
I like the red and black.
Like, you just type in, you just type in armored Mewtwo. He's like the first one that you can see. He's a super badass looking.
See, here's the weird thing about me for Mewtwo. Mewtwo was a scientifically created Pokemon that was supposed to be, and there's only one of
That's not true.
Mew. Yeah, it is true. Watch the movie.
In Pokemon Go, each Mew or each account can only have one Mew,
which makes sense. I just think it's crazy. Like to me, it's just weird that people can catch Mew now. I don't know. Just after watching the movie and like knowing a little bit of the early lore, I just think to me it's weird. Mewtwo can talk. Like he's human. He's like a Meowth. And I don't know. It's just weird. Like it's just like one of those Pokemon that like real lore about it you would never be able to catch ever.
Too smart for his own good.
I was just reading something recently that said that there was supposed to be a pre-evolution in the original 150 of Meowth, and it was like shot down, and it kept like they kept trying to make it a thing, and then they were like, we don't want a pre-evolution of Meowth. But in Pokemon Sword, there's a secondary evolution of it, which is like way cooler than Persian.
Well, Persian's lame, to be honest with
you. Maybe.
He's just a boring one, but a lot of those early ones are kind of boring.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, like, what was I just thinking? I mean, Jigglypuff, meh. Weedle,
Weedle. You don't like Jigglypuff?
Yeah, Jigglypuff is cool, but like Weedle.
Dude, Jigglypuff's fucking dope.
All right, calm your boner down for Jigglypuff.
Sorry. Pants.
Anyways, there were some pretty dumb ones. Like some of them that just didn't make any sense. There are some dumb ones that don't make any sense in like some of the new generations. Like there's this one that's literally just a sheep. Yeah, it's like this is dumb, dude.
There are some really cool ones. That I mean, but there are also some just like relatively boring ones. I like Ditto. I think Ditto has a cool idea, but then Staryu's boring, you know. So I don't know.
Scott.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or does this new Mewtwo kind of look like a Power Ranger?
I could see that.
It totally looks like a Power Ranger.
I was just thinking that. I was like, dude, this looks like the Purple Ranger if that was a thing.
Looks like the White Ranger. Remember when it came back?
It was called the Quantum Ranger, you asshole.
In the Mighty Morphin series? It was called the White Ranger.
Dude, how old were you? You weren't even born when the original Pokemon was going on, fam.
Ivan
Ooze, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I was.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for
that,
sticking
98,
up for me.
dude? 98 when that came out?
Yeah, I was fucking alive.
Let me look him up. Ivan Ooze.
Yeah.
Original Pokemon.
How dare you ever even try to come step to me with Scott by my side?
Dude, it came out in February 27th, 1996. I was almost born.
You weren't born, dude.
You pussy.
I was born in October, okay? It's close enough.
Okay.
You're trying to... Dude, don't even try this.
Don't even try to play us.
You know what? I quit this podcast. Have fun, guys.
Oh my god. Can I tell a story really quick? I'm sorry, Scott. I know you're in the middle of your doing watching.
Yeah.
So, do you remember how I told everybody the story of when Jacob tried to ignore me and I didn't realize that he was giving me the silent treatment and I felt bad, so I apologized, but I also had no idea that he was angry.
Stupid story.
So I told that story to Nate at work and it brought up some like weird feelings within Jacob, so he decided to give me the silent treatment again, and everybody just started ignoring him back. And like after that happened, he tries to start using other forms of communication, and he was using like the translator in his phone to try to fucking talk to everybody, and everybody was just like trying to ignore him, but they couldn't like stop, but like they couldn't help but laugh. And,
I was saying some funny shit.
Oh my god, there was one that was like really funny.
I would put like, I'd be like, "Oh baby, I want you back. Oh please talk to me. Oh daddy." But it would say,
no, he kept repeating, "Daddy, daddy, daddy." And there was one where he was like, "I'm gonna make some spaghetti tonight" or something like that. And when he typed it just sounds funny because the translators like made it sound super sassy. Can you type that up real quick, Jacob?
Yeah.
But
I bet you'd still say.
He texted me on Sunday and said, "Hey, can you let Jose know I'm not talking to him anymore?" And I said, "Why?" And he said, "I'm not talking to him for the rest of the day because he hurt my feelings." And I said, "What did he do? Take your hentai?" He said, "No, he called me racial terms and then he called me a loser for liking hentai."
That's not even true. I literally just told the story about why he didn't talk to us. So he's like making up crazy stuff. Jacob, you're mentally ill.
You're
mentally ill.
Oh shit!
What did he say?
Decide if I want to make spaghetti or fuck your bitch.
Wait, say that again.
I can't decide if I want to make spaghetti or fuck your bitch. I can't decide if I want to make spaghetti or fuck your bitch.
And I'd repeat it like 10 times, and then you just see Jay's face, just like he'd just be trying to just be fucking hard as shit. He'd be like, "No, I'm not gonna laugh. No."
Say, "I'm gonna make spaghetti today."
That is what I said.
Yeah, it was the way that it said it. It was like, "I'm gonna make spaghetti.
I'm gonna make spaghetti today."
Yeah.
Continuing on with my.
I'm going to make spaghetti today. I'm going to make spaghetti today.
Spaghetti today.
Spaghetti today.
Sorry, Scott, go on.
Funny.
Hey, I picked up the Apple Arcade again.
Mm.
I'm going to give a big shout out to my boy Jay Henney because we're both deep on this game. We've been playing it nonstop, both of us. This game is called Mini Motorways, and basically it's like a kind of just a puzzle game where you have to try to keep your city alive as long as possible through creating roads and reducing traffic. It's a lot of fun. It's been really good for $4.99. There's a couple other games on there that are okay, but that's been the only one that's keeping my interest right now.
Do you have an Apple TV?
No.
Okay, so I took that Apple class and I was on the Apple TV and they were telling us about Apple Arcade and I was like, why would I ever pay $130 for an Apple TV? Because I can play arcade games on it.
You have to understand that we are not the target for that particular item.
Stupid.
Like that's the same thing with my Roku. There's like games on my Roku and I like went in there. I was like, all right, let's check it out. And it had like fidget spinner and like you literally hit the A button and it would just spin a fidget spinner on the screen.
Kylie and I have Roku game nights all the time where we like play like the cup thing where we see who can get the furthest in Snake. She sucks. She only gets like 20. She's like, dang it.
But then I'm listening to a really, really great book, Masters of the Air, which is the story of the air war over Europe. Totally brutal, totally insane and unbelievable. I mean, an example is like every man had to fly 25 missions. If you flew 25 missions and you survived, you got to go home. And very few people made it, like less than 25%. And this guy was flying his 25th mission, and his friend came to fly with him, and they got in a firefight, and he got shot in the neck by a 20-millimeter cannon, and it blew off his head.
Jesus.
And his wife or girlfriend, I don't remember which, was waiting on the runway for him to land and come back. And so the pilot knew that she was going to be waiting and purposely landed the wrong way on the runway so they wouldn't pull up with him in the pilot seat with no head. It's a true story. There's a lot of stories like that and a lot of really interesting things, especially if you're a nerd like me. And then I watched Parasite, and I'm excited to watch it. We'll talk about that next week.
I also watched Parasite. That was fucking crazy.
What do you say?
I also watched Parasite. It was fucking crazy, dude.
Well, we'll talk about it next week, just so we don't spoil anything.
Well,
but
maybe we ought to tell our listeners that we're going to do 2 movies this month, since Jacob again didn't get to pick his movie.
Yeah, actually, from multiple people, including Jackson, including I think my sister said that Jacob didn't get a movie. They feel like he was gypped out of it. So guess what, Jacob? You're getting a movie, buddy. We'll go ahead and do your Neighbors Totoro.
And Raven totally punked Jacob, by the way, on Instagram.
I actually felt bad. I was sleeping when I saw that.
Yeah, she put your ass to sleep.
I know, dude. Actually, it was one of those things that I just like saw it and I just awkwardly laughed because I was like, man, I don't really know how to say anything back to this.
And he was like, I'm so weeb.
She also told me that she thinks that it's lame that Jay never gets a shout, or that Jay never shouts out my mom.
Oh yeah. Well, guess what? I might mix things up a little bit, but I might not. We'll
Mostly,
see.
she was disappointed in Jacob due to his the fact that he didn't judge the anime movie based on the time that it came out as opposed to modern day. She said that she felt like you just compared it to like Naruto over and over again.
Ooh,
no,
I think she's right.
You did.
No.
You're like, you did. So you're like, watch this Naruto one. Compare this. Look how much better Naruto is.
Okay,
Naruto sucks.
My defense, Naruto's my favorite anime. But I even said if I watched it at the time it came out, I would give it an A. But if I watched it in today's standards of anime, I would give it a C.
I think Naruto definitely has the most lazy animation of all of them. Because that one that we saw was like the animation was gruff and grizzled. This is like King of the Hill, but Japanese style.
Yeah, that's a really good comparison. That animation style is totally King of the Hill.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it's Japanese King of the Hill. Swear to God, dude, it's super cheesy. It's not like there's not going to be any gore in it. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like cheesy.
Yeah.
King of the Hill? No way.
Swear to God, this is Japanese King of the Hill. I just Googled it. You look at Naruto's face, Japanese King of the Hill, dude. That's Bobby Hill.
I'm going to Google it right now. Japanese King of the Hill.
That's not, dude, that's completely, dude, that's so off.
I'm pulling up a King of the Hill at the same time I'm pulling up. Swear to God, dude. Swear to God. Naruto, King of the Hill. Drawn by the same dude.
Swear to God, dude.
No. Dude, he's right.
No.
Dude, he's right. Look at this. Everything I'm pulling up on Google right now confirms it.
No way.
I'm not kidding.
Yes, dude.
Holy shit. Scott, this may be the most correct thing that you've ever said.
I agree, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, wow. Now that we've confirmed that it's Japanese King of the
these
Hill.
are fucking way off. I literally just pulled a side-by-side picture of both of them together. Dude, they're so different.
No, they're very, very similar. Like, even the hair is the similar color. Like, if you look at Luann's hair, like the yellow.
Yeah, they both have brown hair. Wow.
No, dude. Naruto's. It's the same thing. Peggy Hill is like Naruto's wife.
Oh, you're talking about King of the Hill and Naruto.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I thought you were talking about Ninja Scroll and King of the Hill.
Oh, no.
I mean, either way, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about.
But anyway, last thing I got is I've been watching some All or Nothing. The story of the 2018, I think it's 18. Yeah, 18 Philadelphia Eagles. And let me tell you, Philadelphia Eagle fans are fucking terrible.
Can you say this the city again real quick?
Philadelphia.
One more time.
Go on.
Philadelphia.
Have you ever had a Philly cheesesteak?
Yeah.
Can you say Philly cheesesteak?
Philly cheesesteak.
What kind of cream cheese do you prefer?
What?
What kind of cream cheese do you prefer? What brand?
I just I don't know, man. I usually just get the generic.
Yeah. Have you had the Philadelphia before?
Philadelphia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had it.
Are you aware that you say Philadelphia weird?
No, I'm not. I have not.
This is the first time anybody's ever said that to you?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a word that's often said in my vocabulary, to be honest with you.
Say it again.
Philadelphia?
Yeah, that's weird.
Hmm.
It's going to be hard not to hear
fans
that.
there are terrible, just booing and just, yeah. Hey, that's all I got.
All right.
Y'all want to talk about, hey, Jay, you want to talk maybe a little bit about this Star Wars thing? I think you had some ideas.
Oh, well, it was just I was just told about this Star Wars High Republic thing by Scott today, and I watched the announcement video for it. This looks like it could be super cheesy. It looks like the whole I guess the whole announcement video looked fan made.
100%.
Yeah, dude, the animation was really poorly done. The idea seems a little convoluted. It looks like they're trying to go somewhere between medieval and Western mixed with space Vikings. And it doesn't seem to be very imaginative or creative. There's this great disaster. That's in quotes, by the way. That's the event that they talk about that sparks this whole thing off. It's called the Great Disaster. So that's pretty shitty. But the other thing that I saw through everything, it just felt like a huge cash grab, and it's just another opportunity for new merchandise.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. I like the idea, and I hope they expand upon the universe. I like the idea of all the lightsaber or all the Jedi, but we'll see where it goes. It's so early, and just that whole thing where they're all just like all these nerdy people sitting around who I can't imagine as Star Wars writers. Like, it just seems,
bro.
It seems odd.
Here's what I don't understand about the whole Star Wars universe, or at least the creative team. They have so many good ideas that they can actually expand upon, and they don't give the fans what they want. Like, they could have an entire movie that's like Darth Maul centric, or an entire movie that's Boba Fett centric, and they don't do that. In fact, when they were going to do it, they scrapped the idea in favor of the sequels trilogy, which sucked ass. So I don't know. It's definitely to be able to create more and more merchandise. Clearly.
Well, yeah, of course. It's all about making money, right?
Yeah, and they're business people. They know what they're doing. Clearly, because they're hand over fist rich. But if they wanted to create meaningful content, they already know how to do it. They've already done it. They just won't do it.
I feel like Star Wars has seriously gone downhill.
Shut up, Jacob.
It's hard. It's one of those things where it's really hard to capture what Star Wars was. It was so good, It's hard to. I think anyone would have difficulty continuing the legacy.
Jacob was telling me that he loved the sequels.
I loved them, dude.
I enjoy the sequels for sure. I definitely don't think they're as bad as everyone says.
I think they're worse.
Really?
Yeah.
My biggest complaint would definitely be Snoke. Like, Snoke is such a goddamn lame character for what he could have been.
Well,
like, he just
the heroes were overpowered too. That was the other thing that really sucked about it. Is that, like, I feel like out of nowhere, Rey was just fucking crazy powerful and knew how to use every force power that was even conceived of, just right out of the gate. It felt like she couldn't do any wrong, and then when they tried to give her a character flaw, it turned out to be like, oh, that's not so bad because she knows how to control the force. So whatever.
And she's Force lightning.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, I'm so over the sequels. It's not even funny.
The good thing is no matter what happens, you still have the old ones. It's not like they're going away.
Right. So what else is in the news?
What's that? I'm sorry?
What else is in the news?
You know what? What we really wanted to talk about is the PlayStation 5 compared to the Xbox Series X. Now, one interesting thing that I think you would find I think you sent this to me, Jay, but Ed Boon actually put next gen consoles. He tweeted this. What's the most important thing for you? And the 4 selections were affordable price, better graphics, exclusive games, and then last gen compatibility, like plays last gen games. There's 50,295 votes, with 37.5% of that vote winning by a large margin, going to affordable price. And if what we've talked about last week and what we're starting to see is the rumor is PlayStation 5, we don't know if they're going to be able to sell for any less than $500.
So exactly the most important thing. They're like, oh, we're not going to be able to deliver on that.
But these are all leaks. We don't know for sure. There's a Bloomberg report that suggested the PlayStation 5 units could cost around $450 to produce, meaning that they would probably have to sell for $500. Maybe they could sell for $450, and on the long shot they sell for $400 and actually take a significant loss on it. That's a hard one though, dude.
But here's the thing though, like, it's almost like unavoidable with like how exports have gone so far with electronics, right? Because of that whole coronavirus thing. Like, production's probably nearing a pretty good standstill right about now. And even then, like, I don't know, they would have to make up losses some way.
Yeah, for sure. Well, the question is if PlayStation 5 can't get under the $500 price tag, if Xbox Series X comes at $400, dude, they're gonna blow PlayStation out of the water, you know.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I think, see, coming from, and you probably realize, like, appreciate this too, Scott, is I know it's so hard because people who play PC games, like, you know that if you spend $1,000 on a PC, you're getting a good PC. But, like, I just think it's funny that, like, even though all these companies are taking these big hits on their actual product they make, like Sony and Xbox, Microsoft, making these consoles and losing money on them, even though that the price point of $400 or $450 for the PlayStation seems outrageous. Like, if I was like a diehard PlayStation person, I probably would spend the extra money.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
The interesting thing though is when I try to compare it to playing playing computer and that computer gaming side, I try to think what kind of computer can you get for $400 or $500. You can't. Yeah, you won't get anything that's playing 8K games. You won't get the stuff that's playing 4K games. And so obviously, if you want to play games but you don't want to go deep, the consoles are a good value even at $500.
I think people take that for granted is what I was trying to get at, I guess.
Oh yeah,
that's a good
for
point.
Sure. I agree with you. It's I don't know. It's going to be really interesting. This is all new. When the PS2 came out, they announced the PS2. It launched like a year later. The PS3 came out. I don't know if you guys remember. The PS3, they showed a like silver PS3 with what looked like a boomerang as a controller. Showed it off. Launched a year later. And then the PS4, same thing. When the PS3 launched, it was at like $700, and I think the Xbox was like at $500. Don't quote me on those prices, but the PlayStation 3 was significantly more, and it just got smashed by the Xbox 360. And then, of course, the PlayStation 4 comes much cheaper than the Xbox One. Xbox One requires you to have the Kinect plugged in, requires you to be connected to online. Then Xbox One, I don't know if you guys remember this, on launch, said that you couldn't sell used games or purchase used games. There.
Oh,
it was
that
a
was
one-time
such a big
install.
deal.
I do remember that.
And Sony went in on them, like in their press conference. They said, "Hey, if you want, we're going to show you a quick video on how you share games with friends if you have a PlayStation 4." And literally, the guy just handed the game to his friend, and he's like, "Wow, look at this."
I remember that.
Those things right there, over like what we saw in that that Twitter poll, better graphics, exclusive game, affordability affordable price, and then that's just like number one. Dude, that's just number one.
Jeez.
So, I don't know. And then, didn't you say that you saw something about the launch? Jay?
Oh yeah. So apparently, like somebody on Reddit posted a screenshot of a Google search result that's been now deleted by some news source called Pastebin.
That's how it always happens.
Yeah. So allegedly, Sony announced that a date and a time and a location for a PS5 reveal event that was going to be there. That will be February 27th, 5 p.m. Eastern time. As far as what this news will be, who the hell knows? Because they have already confirmed that the PlayStation 5 will be released the holiday season of 2020. So unless they're completely like just going back on what they said and they're just gonna have like a new announcement for it, or if they, who knows what the hell it could be. Maybe they'll release like more specs and an actual price. I don't know, but
it looks like at least.
Yeah, that too. I mean, but with Sony confirming that it won't be attending any of the gaming conferences, this is definitely big news for Sony.
Yeah, they want to come with heat. Now the question is here. It doesn't surprise me at all that they might announce it here in a few days. But the question is the PlayStation 5 going to come with its price tag first out the gate, other than Xbox?
Yeah,
that's what will be interesting. Because if PlayStation comes with a $450 price tag and Xbox, I think that you might be able to for $50. Like if they come at $450, Xbox comes at $400. I think that you might still win that, but if it's $100 difference, I don't think you'll win it.
Well, Microsoft's already like releasing some of their specs, and PlayStation is yet to release anything.
Yeah, so we'll see. We have a spec list here, and we just, the long and the short of it, we don't know much about what the PlayStation has in it. There's certain things we know, obviously. We know, we were just, like I was just telling you guys, it has a Radeon Navi with ray tracing support. Ray tracing is really big and it's going to make the games look really beautiful. No idea what kind of memory it has in terms of how much RAM or what kind of RAM. No idea. Well, oh yeah, here it is. Confirmed SSD. So, and both of them are confirmed with optical drives as well. But they're saying the price tag on the Xbox is definitely likely $500.
And that's at least $500.
Yeah, that usually if it's $500, that means that there's a bigger version for $600.
Right.
You know what's crazy is I've always thought it was funny that consoles like that. Do you guys know? So there's not a lot of people know that there's a hybrid hard drive and solid state drive called an SSHD.
Yeah, I wanted to try one of those. I almost bought it one time.
They're pretty good. I've always wondered why like consoles never put that in their like actual like console.
That's a good question, because apparently they're more affordable.
They're more affordable. They're faster than hard drives. They're not quite as fast as solid state drives, but like they hold as much storage as a hard drive. I've always thought it's funny that like I bet you they're going to put this SSD in this gaming or in this console, and it's not going to be a lot of storage because SSDs are freaking expensive.
Yeah, but they're getting better.
Yeah, I guess they're a lot more affordable. I got a 256 gig SSD for like $350 just because that's like what it went for at the time. I guess they're getting a lot better price, but
oh yeah, dude, they're way cheaper than that now.
Oh, okay.
Let's look. SSD.
It's been a while.
Here, yeah. 1 terabyte for $115.
Oh, yeah, never mind.
So
yeah, might as well just go with an SSD.
500 gig for $80. Or even if they had a hard drive and a SSD would be cool.
Yeah. I feel like they should just put their operating system on the SSD, and any games you upload should go to the hard drive.
Yeah, or you have the option, like, hey, do you want this to your SSD's 250 gigs, your hard drive 750, or maybe even more likely like a 2 terabyte hard drive, a 250 gig SSD. Install the main games you play on the SSD and the rest on your hard drive. But I don't know if that's just too much. That's like too PCE.
I think I don't even think it's even too PC. Like I think it's just maybe because they're kind of targeting an audience that isn't trying to be. Well, yeah, I guess you're right. It isn't too PC. They're trying to like be as dumb as possible in like the nicest way
Exactly.
of saying that.
I think that when a lot of console gamers get on, they literally just want to click download and that's it. You know?
Yeah, and play the game.
Yeah, and play the game, exactly.
Jay, I was thinking about this question. Do you think it's always funny how just like it's just such a coincidence that things like that get leaked like every time?
Yeah.
And it's always on Reddit and it always gets deleted.
Yeah, I do think that's interesting. I think that a lot of it is on purpose with the hopes that somebody will catch it.
I think it's a marketing tool, to be honest.
Yeah, which also kind of makes me think like how much stuff was quote accidentally end quote released or leaked and nobody caught it and they're like fuck we got to give this another shot, or like well that was it for the fake leak. Like how
did they catch this Reddit post so fast?
Yeah, like how many things have like slipped under the radar?
Always thought stuff like that was kind of funny.
PlayStation's been notorious for leaking every fucking thing.
Yeah,
on purpose.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
I don't know. We do know how good their security is. I mean, they've been the victim of several data breaches.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's true. That's why everybody gets free games.
Yeah, that was cool when you got the free games.
But,
all right.
Also,
what
I forgot.
This
is kind of news, but kind of playing, doing, watching. Season 5 of Better Call Saul was a fucking banger, dude. So it premiered Sunday. There was a episode 2 premiere that happened yesterday. Dude, it was a solid banger. They picked up right where they left off. It's still just as intense, and I think the show might be better than, I don't know, definitely better than the El Camino movie. Like, I'm just gonna go right out and say it. The El Camino movie wasn't that good. But I think it's almost on par with Breaking Bad so far. At least seasons 3 through 5.
That's one I need to watch.
Yeah.
That's on my list. Any closing thoughts or anything else we want to talk about, guys?
Yeah. Jacob, do you want to talk about this Bachelor thing that's been on your mind?
Mm-hmm. But I'm eating my burrito quesadilla.
What is
burrito
that?
Quesadilla?
Oh, it's that weird flat burrito quesadilla thing that he was talking about.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
What is it?
I don't. I just described it to you the best I could.
I think I know what it is, and this isn't just because of my heritage. I'm searching for it right now.
It's like flat, like a quesadilla, but it's filled like a burrito. So I called it a burrito quesadilla.
Yeah, hang on.
A burrito dia.
I'm going to show you what I think it is. And you tell me if it's correct, Jacob.
I'll judge you on a scale of 1 to 10.
Alright, so I posted it in our Discord, so hopefully you can see it.
Dude, that's like a fucking burrito tortilla. That's not even close.
Jesus Christ. You said it was like a burrito quesadilla.
Yeah, that's a burrito tortilla. It's in the shape of a triangle. It's the strongest shape in the world.
Alright, never mind. That was my best.
A quesadilla is a rectangle.
No, it's not.
What do you know? You don't know anything about.
What's the last time I've never seen a fucking rectangle quesadilla in my life?
Yeah.
Yeah, me either.
Those
are really. That is what it looks like, but it's like a burrito on the inside.
Oh my god, those are filled, you fool! That's what the first image was. Those are tetelas.
You don't know anything.
What's a dadella?
Tetela is it's like a crunch wrap.
Oh, that makes sense.
Oh.
You son of a bitch, Jacob.
Can we get into the meat and potatoes of this? I think pretty good subject.
Oh my god, it's so drama, dude.
Oh, dude. And I even came prepared too.
Oh, great. Can I give the backstory on this?
Yeah, no. I'm
While
waiting.
you get that queued up.
Yeah.
So, what I think is hilarious is that Jacob and I were bonding over some of the trashy reality shows that we had been watching recently.
Love Island.
And then all of a sudden, like, he mentioned something about The Bachelor, and I was like, dude, so Patricia, who listens, was telling me about, like, massive amounts of drama with this current season of The Bachelor, and I had just so happened to watch the exact same episode that Jacob watched, and Katie and I were like kind of in shock at how like stupid it was, because this episode featured, I forget the Bachelor's name. Do you remember the Bachelor's name? He's the pilot. Peter.
Pete the pilot.
Yeah, Pete.
As soon as you say pilot, you're just like, oh yeah.
Yeah, it sticks. He took this girl, Victoria, to a concert or something like that. And
No. You're skipping half of the story. He took her to her own private amusement park.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Just the two of them.
Her. Yeah, he flew her to an amusement park where he had like rented the whole thing out. And then there was a concert afterward that they went to. And these sneaky sons of bitches at The Bachelor, the producers had to have known this. They get to this concert and some shitty country artist named Chase Rice. Chase Rice? Is it Chase Rice?
I wouldn't say shitty country artist.
Oh, sorry. So
I like country a lot, and I think Chase Rice is pretty good.
Okay, so he's a connoisseur. He knows his country.
I mean, this guy's pretty smart. We'll get to the song part later, but I mean,
so it cuts to a confessional, and she was like, "I used to date this guy." And then, like, they're dancing on, like, an elevated platform right in front of Chase Rice, and he's, like, singing and, like, staring at them. They're making out and stuff, and it's getting super weird. And then, like, later on in the episode, she has to come clean. She wants to be honest. And this shithead Pete pretended like he had no idea what was going on, even though he had to have known. Like, out of all the people in the world and all the people he could have taken on a private date, like, this happened to happen. No fucking way, man. I call bullshit. He knew, and he was like, "What? The singer? You had a relationship with him? This is weird. I can't believe this." So he was being a complete asshole and making her sound crazy.
Nah, Jay's. I agree with Jay, but he's missing a huge part in this. While they're dancing up on this platform, Pete is just having like the time of his life, just like jamming out like right next to her, and they're just like bumping and grinding. And she's just like awkwardly doing like this 2-step in the middle, staring at Chase the entire time. She's
That's
like,
true.
"Oh my god, like I cannot believe this is happening. Like, oh my god." And there's like this song that's playing in the background, and apparently it's one of Chase's brand new songs, and it's crazy because like it's a really good song, but here's a couple lines from the song. Is if it's Monday and it's over and you know your show, and you know the show your girls all come over for, and the red wine's getting lower, so basically they're all coming over to watch The Bachelor, and your last friend's out the door, and then
What's the name of this song?
It's called "Lonely If You Are."
Oh my god! And what part in this song are these lyrics?
It's the
on
second verse. Second verse.
Do you remember?
And then right after that, he goes, "When there's no more roses to go around, hit me a girl, you know I'm down." So, dude,
do you remember,
this song is.
Do you remember roughly where it is in the song?
It's right after the chorus. So he like opens up the song, sings the first chorus, and then it's right after he sings the first chorus. Dude, if you just Google the lyrics.
This song sucks, by the way. Jacob loves it.
Oh.
Is this it?
Yeah.
That sounds stupid.
Yeah, Jacob had to play that for me, and when he played it for me, I was like, "Oh shit, shots fired over here!" And that's
so this
literally
is the song that they were playing while they're up on stage. This is the same song, and I was like, "Dude, just to make matters worse," and I didn't even notice because I was watching with Kylie. Kylie loves Bachelor. Like her and her friend watch it every week. And she pointed this out. She's like, "Jacob, look!" And I listened. I was like, "No fucking way!" But I believe is all staged because like
It's
there's
a
no.
Bachelor
What are the chances of
conspiracy.
he has a song that's about the Bachelor that came out that he sang at this concert that just so happened that Pete bought out. Like these are so many red flags.
Yeah. That show is that's so phony. Whatever.
Yeah, but it's. I mean,
Of course
Why
it's
people watch
fake,
it?
dude. Of course it's 100%.
it's Panda's favorite show, dude.
Oh my god. So I was calling Panda for something actually pretty important, and then he was like, "Bro, I gotta go. I'm sorry, Bachelor's gonna be on." I was like, "What? Can't you just record it or something?" He was like, "No, I gotta go. I can't miss it."
You're ruining my champagne.
Sorry.
Shout out Panda.
Yeah. So anyway, there was that.
Anything else?
That's it?
Hey, thank you guys for being here and listening to their Bachelor talk. I personally hope with you that we never have to listen to it again.
A lot of drama. See you next week.
I probably will
hey.
never watch another episode, so there you go.
Shout out to Raven, Kat, Jay Henny, my wife, my son, Robbie, Patrick. Who you guys got?
Shout out to Jacob.
Shout it.
Shout out to Jacob.
Shout-
Shout out to Jacob's mom. Shout out to Ben's mom. Shout out to Patricia. Shout out to Delbert. Shout out to Adolf. Don't laugh at his name. That's his real name. Shout out to Javad. Shout out to Scott's mama.
Oh,
And shout out to Raven.
hey, shout out to Jackson. Actually, Jackson came up to me. I talked to him. He asked me a question. He said, which version of Tarkov should he get? Like, how much should he pay? I told him to get the most expensive one. I don't know if he got that one. I think he did. And he hit me up, and he started playing Tarkov. Welcome to the family.
On PC?
Yeah.
Actually, I'll do my shout outs, but he just sent me a pic. Actually, I feel like a dick because I didn't reply. But it was his cat just chilling on top of his PC. He's like,
how can you
I don't
do
think
that
this is
to
very
him?
good airflow.
How can you do that to Jackson? That offends me.
You know what? I have the longest relationship with Jackson out of everybody here.
Yeah, but I have the best
so-
one, so...
That's debatable. Jackson and I have been through our ups and downs.
Well, me and him have only had ups, so...
Yeah, see that's where you're kind of a virgin. You've only had ups. You haven't been through the downs.
Yeah, so we've statistically have the best relationship.
Nobody's perfect forever, Jay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the
whatever.
downs made the ups just that much better.
Oh. Well, anyway, shout out, Mr. Eastwood. Shout out to Scott because you guys literally make me super happy every day.
Don't
Sure.
even play us.
Shout out Kai. Shout out to my dog Axel. Shout out to Jay Henny. What's up? Shout out to Jax because honestly, I love that you watch us every week. Listen, not watch. And then shout out to Raven for calling me out. By the way, next time if I'm awake, I will reply, and you better watch it because
He's lying.
It'll be. No, I won't be me. But who else? Oh, shout out to Adolf
Yeah.
because I say Naruto correctly.
He would beg to differ.
But yeah, that's it. That's all my shout outs.
Everyone, thank you so much for being here. See you next week where we will talk about Parasite. Watch Parasite if you don't want it spoiled. Bye.
Bye.
Laters.
Bye, 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 bye.
Oh, shout out Jacob's dad.
Bye.